I don't actually know what this is called, but this is two separate moves. One is a more like, most of the people who see it say that it looks kind of like the jerk or backwards running man, but essentially what you're doing here is, unlike the other things that I've showed you where you're constantly moving backward, where you're moving backward, stopping, changing feet, that foot's moving backward, and then you stay stationary. Unlike that, this is you're moving back and forth. So how you do that is your hopping foot is literally just going to hop back and forth. That's all it does the whole time. No weird variations whatsoever. And then your other foot, so that's going to hit your boots and cats, right? And so your boots, cats foot that only hits boots and only hits cats is going to go, let's see, backwards, then middle, then forwards, then middle, then backwards, which is weird because your other foot's going to be going backwards and forwards constantly, and that's why it looks cool, is because you're doing kind of a complicated thing. So anyways, the easiest way to practice that is just do exactly what you see me doing in the video. Just do it slow and get used to doing it at that speed, and then like speed up, and that's pretty much how you get that. What else we got here? Oh yeah, right, so I don't really know what to call this one either. I don't really dance, I don't really care about that stuff. I'm more into the health and fitness side of things, but this one kind of reminds me of Mario, like Super Mario 64, where you would like a dash vault. That's straight up Mario, and you see all these videos of people doing the Mario thing where they put, yeah. Anyways, I'll link to that. But in this one, it's kind of like that. You're kind of making it look like you're running, and then, which I usually cut that part out, but typically people like run in place first, then kick their left leg forward, the right leg back, and then do this part of it. That's sort of the lead into it. That's cool. I don't usually do that. I usually just jump straight into it and then actually use that as the lead in to the thing that I just showed you. So with this, it's pretty simple. Your one leg is just going to go back like usual, or like most of the other things I've been showing you, and then your leg that's going to be hitting on the actual beat is going to hit behind, middle, up, but in a hooked kind of position. I don't think these weird cripple hands are helping with are helping with my description, but like it's like straight, and this one's behind, and then middle, and then out, right? So anyways, that's going to hit on beat, the other one's going to hit on beat, and also the and beats as the other stuff has been going. And then typically I would jump into the other thing I just showed you. So that's pretty much it, other than, oh yeah, I forgot about the T-step. Alright, so T-step and running man is typically where people start, and that's like the only two things that they know how to do, because that's really all you need to know how to do, because then you can just move it left and right or circular, and it looks like you know other moves even though it's the same thing. So anyways, to do the T-step part of it, your hopping foot is no longer just hopping, unless you use this in a circle. But if you're going across from one side to the other, then what you're going to need to do is actually your foot is going to go like this, and then like this, and like this, and like this. And that's your hopping foot to get you to go that way. And then your other foot's just going to go up and down, just like the first thing I showed you. The only difference there is that if you want to do like a legit T-step or whatever, this foot is doing this thing, this foot is supposed to go straight up, and then this thing is going to level out here, and then this thing is going to go down like that, and then you're doing like a T. Just like it looks like a T, and that's why they call it a T-step, and that makes you go left or right. And then if you cut this side out and rotate, then you're doing that circularly and basically combining those two things is really all you need to know. But I think learning it the way that I just showed it is more useful than learning just the running man and the T-step, because you'll actually be doing it on beat, and it will give you a basic understanding of how it actually works. So when you're doing it, just kind of say like in your head, like listen to the music, and then just hear like the say boots, and then and is implied unless the person's writing the hi-hat, and then you're going to hear ch, and then that's like the cats, and then and implied unless the drummer is writing the hi-hat, and boom, there you go. Just do that and just keep doing that.